everyone. We're gonna go ahead and go back to the art rules. This was something we had done a couple of days ago, or maybe last week. I've been going back and forth, and so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can open this, make this larger for you all to view and focus. All right. So, in a perfect world, you don't usually start with the A with a stick figure, but that was how we created these shapes. We have some new students and they might be wondering why there's lines on the inner parts. We all had a vanishing point right here, and we all used the horizon line, just like the videos that were posted, and we went from every edge that touched and went to the vanishing point. We went ahead and did all those lines. You guys did a phenomenal job with this. I'm using this because I don't have a ruler on me, just like many of the students in the class. So I decided that I want to go ahead and finish these letters off. And so I'm going to use a different color so that you are able to see what I'm doing. Let's see. I have a hot pink. You don't have. I have actually a neon orange, not a hot pink. You are not having to do this in a different color. I'm doing it in a different color. And so what I want to do is make sure that all of my marks are the same. I'm going to do roughly a half inch. A half inch is like that. Okay, I could stick my pinky in there. That's about a half inch. And so because we don't have rulers, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use my pinky on the A and put a little dot. I don't know if you can see this. Let me see if I can zoom in more. All right. So that dot is going to be there to help me measure. So from here to here, and that helps me figure out those two dots where I would put my next line. So I'm going to grab my pencil and I look at this line right here. I get my little makeshift ruler and I want it parallel. And that goes to about there. So I can finish off this letter. And I could do the same thing here using my pinky, or I could put a mark on this little ruler. That might help. I'm going to put a little line from here to here. Okay, so that's where I did it. Actually, mine's a side view pinky. So here, it's a little bit thinner than that. And so I can use those two little tick marks to help me make my dots for the corners of my letters. And that will help me shape the next part. And then that helps me figure out all of the parts on my letter where they would end. So I'm using that same tick mark philosophy and putting dots. Now, if I put my ruler, makeshift ruler here, along this side here, and I'm lining up with that one, that's how I'm going to be able to finish off my A. So that it has the same matching parallel. Now, this one ends right here, so I have to change the angle here and slide it off, boop, boop, boop. So that's where this one would end. Now, it runs through the R, so that's a little tricky, so I'm just finishing off the little line right here. I've gotten pretty good at this where I can just kind of eyeball where to put my tick marks. But if you are struggling, use that ruler. So that helped me figure out this area and this area. And then I get my makeshift ruler. I have to have it be parallel with this dot. And then I'm able to finish off the R there and there. Now I can use those two little dots to help me figure out where the tick mark would be on the R. This is a curve, so I have to make this a curve. You've had some practice at this now. I bet you're going to get really fast at this. And then based on this line parallel, I can eyeball and draw this one. It's not a perfect straight line because I forgot to use my ruler. And then I want this to be the same parallel right here. And voila, And then ta-da, it finishes it off. You see where those dots would have come in handy. So now I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one, and I'm going to eyeball it. It's always best to do this with the tick marks when you're first not happy and comfortable, but I'm pretty used to doing this. I could do all of this probably without any tick marks. I know it's about a ½ inch is right here, about a ½ inch is right here, so I know that this ends right here and here. This is about a ½ inch right there. Oops, I did that a little crooked. It's more like this. And then ½ inch would be about here. Make sure they are parallel. ½ inch would be right about here. This is a curve, so I'm going to curve this one. ½ inch would be about here and here. And I got to make sure this is curved. The curvy ones are the hard ones. And then a ½ inch from here to here is right about here. ½ inch, one, boom. And there's that curve. So that helps finish off my art rules. If I get my little eraser here, you can kind of see. If only I had drawn lightly. Don't forget your inner parts if it hangs off. And then if you erased all these little lines here, which you do not have to, I just want to feel like you're understanding this in its entirety. We want to feel confident in what we're doing. I'm going to change the color of this so you can see what it looks like when it's finished off. This is great practice before we make yours for your folder or your sketchbook cover. I'm sorry, I forgot I was zoomed in. And, you know, practice makes perfect. It's not going to be perfect. I mean, I've had how many years doing this compared to you all? So it's important for you to be patient and kind with yourself. And we are all learning together. I will be sharing what you create for your final piece, and we will all be there to kind of give helpful, constructive critiques. So let me zoom back out. Oh, I forgot to do the T right here. Okay, I did the A right there. So now we're going to do below the vanishing point. So it's going to have a totally different look. And you're going to do ½ inch once again. I can kind of eyeball this. This one ½ inch is right here, and this is a curve. You try to match it as best as you can from here to here. Okay. Oops, that went through that line. I should have never done it like that. That's a no-no. See what I did there? ½ inch, so that would go like this and like this. This actually goes to the vanishing point, and I forgot to put that line. ½ inch, curved. Okay. ½ inch. ½ inch. ½ inch. ½ inch. From here to here, parallel line. half inch. So you never want to run through another letter. I think I finished everything. Oh, I forgot to highlight this little area right here. So if you have another color, that's great, but I just care that you're trying to finish this off. It helps you see what you need to do to finish those letters. I'm really happy with this. I did this really fast. I expect you to take time and do a stronger one than mine. So have a fantastic Wednesday, and I will catch you all on Thursday. Take care. Oh, this is proof of practice. You need to submit it for proof of practice. I think I already explained that, but just in case.